Welcome to this episode of White Paper Podcast, where we share practical wisdom in a wise woman weighty way. And I want to say a big thank you to everybody watching, everybody listening all across the world on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, watching on YouTube, wherever you're connecting from. Such a delight to have you. Thank you for being a part of this growing movement. I love reading your comments, seeing all the reactions and emojis on social media. Today, we have an incredible guest. It's absolutely amazing. Stay tuned so I can introduce him properly. You're going to love this one. Ladies and gentlemen, today I got somebody in the house. He's amazing, is super talented, extremely passionate, he's a lover of God and people. He's very accomplished. I'm happy that I saw parts of his journey, and I'm so delighted to see how far he's come in the industry and maybe very soon in the ministry. Writer, actor, actually a singer. People don't know that part of him. Incredible, all round nice guy. Has some wisecracks here and there. Loves crackers. Ladies and gentlemen, receive one of Nollywood's finest, aka Man of God, Akah.
This man of God that you people want to give me by force.
It's multi-layered. So there's one that is play. Then there's another one that is not.
That is
not play. It's praying, not playing.
I beg, you started.
It started, I mean. Anyway, am I a starter?
Wow, starter, main course, and then dessert.
Exactly. So it's so good to have you here.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
I know we have a relationship, but I don't take you for granted. Like, people can just assume that because you guys have been friends forever, then you should be able to call at any time. I don't roll like that.
Actually, I was like pissed off. Like I was just like, so P-Dam is not going to call me for his podcast, Abby. Let me be counting number of guests before he reaches to me. Let me see.
And then the many guests that are in our circle.
I'm just like,
So where am I inside this? Thanks for having us in mind and in your schedule and making our time.
My pleasure.
I know your industry, like they can call you for shoots right now.
Yeah.
We're going for Essence Festival, right? I mean, that's Essence Festival. I say I'm the Essence in the festival. All right. So we're going to start light, right? You've come very far. You're still on the journey.
I'm still on the very long journey. I don't even feel like I even started.
No, but you've started, man. Okay, you're being humble. Is this the humble part of you, or you're just?
I don't think it's humble because I just feel like I was talking to the people a couple of weeks ago, and I was just like, look, we have to look at life as it's a marathon.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that I always want to be a rising star. Oh. Forever and ever I'm rising. I don't want to be a shooting star.
Come on,
just end, So for me, I just take whatever wins and whatever achievements as the beginning. That one has passed.
Yeah.
Let's move on building, and also building something that lasts and building something that grows with time.
I love that. All right, so let's start with the background, because I love background stories. I feel like one of the challenges in Africa is most people have successes that they can't explain. Right? They just blow, and then that's not very fair, particularly on the young mind, because the young mind thinks, okay, one day it's just gonna happen, and then maybe compromise and stuff. But I saw you in a certain season, like your in-between season. So you were out of school, and you had all these dreams of being on television and doing great stuff on stages and stuff like that. You had a 9-to-5.
Yeah.
And at some point, you're like, should I stay? Should I go? You had all that. So walk us through that journey. We went to see you, and now people can get to see you.
Ooh, Lordy Lord. Yes. Look, let me tell you something. I got my mind ready for this today. I was just like, how will we comport ourselves? Like sometimes, like I'm just like, when I see your sermons in church and you drop it, like people are like, but I'm like, they're not getting it. Like the energy.
All right.
You know, so for me, like, you know, going to see you when I was in school, like, you know, I think that a lot of people knew my face because I was in the choir.
Yes,
I would sing and everything, and people
and you
felt
sing
like
very well, though. Let's just say, I just want to establish that on this podcast. Akah is a great singer.
maybe I
didn't
used
know- I
to,
didn't know what it's
maybe
gonna
I
do with
used
it, but
me-
yeah.
used to because almost
It's always there.
the voice we don't use it anymore.
Well, for singing,
He has gone to sleep.
no, you can still, yeah.
You know,
When you're
so I just felt like, you know, but it's funny thing, when I was in school, people felt like I was one of the best singers they had ever heard in their life. Like I
Yeah.
was one of the best singers in school and everything, but inside me,
You never thought so.
I never felt like I was good enough.
Wow.
I never felt like I was that good a singer. So everybody saw the dream of me coming out of school and blowing and becoming the next, you know, Inyanya. Or
time,
actually
yeah.
at the time people were just saying that I was going to be the Banj.
Oh, wow.
The next Banj. But I was just like,
That's on stage charisma as well.
yeah. So I didn't see it because I didn't believe in me that way. So coming out, I had to get into a 9 to 5 because I was just like, look, this life I didn't come to suffer.
So you don't
so
want to take chances.
I
with
didn't want to take
doing all that
chances.
hustle around your passion and gift.
You know, because like while we were in school, I would see like other guys who were in the music industry leave school, go to studio rats, gigs. I want to go, and I'm just like, is this what you chose to do with your life? Like, because
Yeah.
it wasn't like really like paying.
Yeah.
It was hustle,
Yeah.
like staying in the studio for hours. So when I came out to the same thing, and I literally got a hustle to get a day job. In fact, even though it came slow, but some of my colleagues who we were singers together came out. I saw them hustle. I saw them struggle, going from one talent show after another. I saw talented people almost getting beat down by the economy.
Wow.
And I was just like, I'm not gonna do this. This is not me. I'm not built for hustle in this life. I don't want to suffer. Especially music,
Soft
you know,
life, before
soft
life was a
life.
thing.
And you know, at that time, technology hadn't come to break the middleman and gateman,
you're
the
right.
gatekeeper syndrome.
So you had to do multiple auditions.
And no, I'm even talking for music. Like, you know, they'll have to go beg UAP to UAP and all that until later on, like digital media came and, you know, like just gave people the chance to pump quickly,
directly, yeah.
you know. So for me, like, I just didn't feel like I was good enough. I also didn't feel like I also, so I went into the, you know, white collar
So that's
job
why you're still
space.
wearing white right now.
That's why
Today you're still
P
wearing
Dams,
white collar.
P Dams, you're correct. That's why I'm wearing white collar, because I'm, you know, I want to go. Maybe I'm having a little bit of you know,
You what?
nostalgia.
So you want to revisit
Just
the
want to
white
revisit the white
days.
collar there.
But again, like, don't forget your train of thought, right? All right, you forget the train, will go and get on the plane of thought. But you said you said white collar. So I know you have some foreign friends. Do you have any white friend whose name is Collar?
I mean, from what part of the country in the world do you think that a white man's name will be colored? Like, just give me
Is there a white collar job, like a job that a white collar gave you?
Do you? How are you guys dealing with this on this podcast? What episode is this? Is this episode 120? You have dealt with this for how many episodes?
White collar job. Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
speaking about white collar
Yeah.
job, and you just
Yeah.
got that job.
So basically, got into the job space, but later on, to be honest, like, I feel like so many of my friends were the ones who saw me doing something different apart from me. Like, you know, so many people come into my office and just like, Akah, you're meant to do something better. You're meant to be bigger. You're bigger than this. You're meant to be out of here. I remember
Telecoms or
Onyinye,
banking?
telecoms.
Yeah.
Onyinye, you know, from like several people, you know, would just tell me, Akah, you're meant for bigger. You know, Amy was the one who made me start my
Akabans.
YouTube, yes. And she was just like, I'm doing my own. She was in the US. So like, you can do your own, you can just start, put video. You know, Enyo Merwa, Chigo's senior brother, was the one who said, just, you know what? You are doing it today. He literally put a lamp in front of my face and I started my first video. So like I just had friends who pushed me. And one day I was just like, you know what, I'm going to resign because it seems that if I know 30 people, 28 are saying that I am meant for something different. It cannot be that they are the ones lying, that they are the ones, all of them, and most of them don't know each other. It can't be that there's something wrong with them. I have to be the one that is wrong, not them. They are right. Because it was just like, common sense just hit me one day. And so I prayed about it and then prayed. And then, funny enough, when I was taking the job, I told God right before I stepped into the office, Lord, when it's time for me to leave, let me know.
Wow.
And at that period, there was just this heavy burden. Like I couldn't breathe. Like it was like somebody was on my neck. Like it was choking me. Let the poor breathe. They need our support. Because it's our responsibility.
Let me poor breathe.
Let the poor breathe. And I wasn't breathing. So because at that time I was poor. I was broke, bro. Wow. You were chilling now.
Was I?
You that you were in London. You that you were in London. You came ministry. You had not come back by that time. No.
Okay. I was a missionary. I was a missionary.
Any foreign currency. Let the poor breathe. You know? And so I decided to leave. I got into a space where I resigned.
Wow.
My friends now took us. We now say, you know what? So whatever meager savings I had put together, they said, you're depressed. You're sad. It's hard. You know what? Before you start this new phase of your life, let's travel out.
Wow. Chef Franks and Tyan, who?
My dear, how did you know? Now, so we go Dubai.
Are you serious? So now your Dubai trip was
Auntie Tosi, all of them put money together, join, give me, make I use, go Dubai.
Are you serious? This is the backstory. I didn't know this part.
My shopping fees were from Auntie Toyin. Auntie Toyin puts, you know. So I mean, like I finished my money, came back, finished my funds, came, and then decided to start sleeping.
Wow.
At that time, you know, Tayo's mom was always telling me, because also my parents were staying in Festac, Satellite Town. Never said this anywhere before. And I just felt like Satellite Town, Festac was the bane of my existence. It was too backward. Wow. Like everywhere I turned, there was no expression of what I yes. Yeah. I also didn't see that in my church or in my parents' church. I just felt like I had something different. I needed another expression. I needed to find me, how whatever stream was able to allow me enjoy me and swim, you know? So in the ministry or the church life I mean, my parents were angry about it, but I was like, yeah. But again, like, you know, just like being in Satellite Town Festa, like I just felt like people were, maybe they were ambitious, but ambitious to do things that were different, like ambitious to like be the biggest spare parts seller in the city or in the town. That's different from me. I just felt like I needed to be in the zone with people that were on the same wavelength. So I decided to move out of there and stayed with my friend Tayo. Bless him, bless his family. They took me in as family, bro. Like they took me in. When I mean I became a son. Like they fed me, they kept me, they never made me feel different, like ever. When they were going or traveling on trips, I went with them.
Wow.
My first trip outside of the country was Tayo's family.
And it wasn't Benin Republic.
Actually, it was actually Cotonou. But after that, we went to Dubai. So you that you were trying to make jokes, you are dragging my benefactors, my sponsors, Tayo, come and hear.
I love you. I love you.
Insult to say na only Benin Republic will not take me go.
No. You know I love Tayo and his family.
But Mr. and Mrs. Ola, Shade, Look, like those people made me feel
Shout
like
out to
Buki,
Shade.
Sheyi, Tayo, the entire family took me in.
Amazing.
And I never felt out of place. Not for one day.
Wow.
And that was how they began to I began to, feel like I belonged somewhere. I began to find my wavelength.
You saw that next level was possible.
It was possible.
Yeah.
And just being with just being exposed, being in town, in city, not satellite town. That if I had to come out of satellite town, bro, it took me 3 hours to come out to get to Lagos.
Traffic.
Traffic, bad road, everything.
Are you tired of putting your passion on hold because you don't think it will make you rich? It's time for you to change the mindset and start living the life you've always dreamed of. Hi, I'm Dami Olonwatu, and I'm here to help you unleash your full potential with the Rich Genius program. As someone who has found his gifts and turned them into profitable ventures, I know firsthand the power of following your passion. The Rich Genius program is designed to help you discover your gifts, find your purpose, and make a lot of money from them. With our guidance, you will learn how to turn your passion into a thriving business that will provide you with financial freedom. So why wait? Don't put your passion on hold any longer. Start your journey towards success with the Rich Genius program today. Join me and become a part of a community of progressive people who are deploying their gifts profitably. Click the Learn More button now to get started on your path to success.
Yeah, and just being in a wavelength where I felt like happening, Tosino, you were late. Tayo Tayo used to work at a bank, so I just felt like I was finding my rhythm. I was finding Tayo had his own thing, Frexy had his own thing. I had to find my own thing, but I was in the pulse, the heartbeat of Lagos now. And so I remember the time Tayo's mom told me, "Yo, Akah, you can start now that you don't have a job now, you can start MCing."
Wow.
Now I MC. I do it so well. I've worked with big brands. I've flown around the world. I've gone to several parts of the world to MC. I do it here with corporates. Thank God. But at the time, I felt like
you have an MSc. So you're the MC without the MSc. And I know you don't drink Hennessy.
I actually do. Today you're gonna be shocked.
So hand you see. Anyway.
You even force square peg to enter round door.
I thought you were like an eagle. Why
you not a hen, you see? Okay.
It's the laughter from me. Right.
So basically,
so you find your rhythm, and then can you get to the part of pivotal decisions that you all made? Because I want somebody to watch and go like, okay, that sounds like where I am. Okay, let me see if I can do something similar to what he did. How do you pivot? So you were in a comfortable place now, comfortably uncomfortable.
I was uncomfortable. I had to press. I hated MCing because for me, I felt like it was the least expression. It was the least comfortable expression of all. I knew I had it, but it was the one I felt the least comfortable with. I felt too challenged. That was the thing. Okay. MCing was scary. It was, I felt it didn't come as natural, like when I'm singing or when I'm talking on TV. Even though TV was hard, it was really hard because I first started TV show on a live show, not recorded. It was live. And that one, I remember the first day they said action. I just froze in front of the TV. Producer had to say, "God, move to music break." Music.
For real?
I'm telling you.
Oh my.
Yeah. So how it happened? I was at home. Decided one day to call a friend randomly. I called AJ Ajifa, and AJ is like, "Yo, Akah, how you doing?" I was like, "GC." I was like, "Oh, by the way, we're having an audition tomorrow at my office." I was like, "Which office?" TVC. I'm like, "TVC, yeah." She's like, "TVC," because
at the time they were just.
I don't even watch TV. And so I was just like, what is happening? She was like, yeah, come, come through. I'm like, I'm coming to your house this night because I need you to train me on how to say and what to say. And this is for me, like when I was growing up, I would see Oprah on TV and be like, I can do that. I want to be like that. I saw how she connected with people, an audience, with her guests. Like it was soulish connections. Yeah. And I was like, I can do that. I want to do that. So this is me shaking. Like, oh yeah, teach me how to.
Now the opportunity had finally come and you were like, okay.
Bro, I went for the audition the next day. The way I flopped.
Wow.
Hey. They had to put on, you know how they put set lights, everything. Yeah, actually, in fact, there was one boy in our space outside. I say, you're the one that there is no need again. All of us. This is the one that got the job
because the guy was.
He was so good. Like he was telling us, oh, I did this. Like this is what I do in school. I went to Unilag. I've been. We're like, have you seen the Airtel ad? I'm there now. He showed us his phone.
Can you imagine before the audition? Can you imagine?
So in my mind, I just say, this is the person they will choose now. Well, like, bro, congrats. I know it's you. He went in, came back. We're like, because they had given us. So you know how I told my friend, teach me what to say. So I had a script. Welcome. This is Akah, Nnani. This is TV. Yeah. When they told us, give us scripts that this is what you would use verbatim. So he went. Every other person that went before him, like, that they did the script. It was okay. It was tough, but they did. Yeah. This man didn't use the script.
He didn't use the script.
They just asked him, tell us about yourself. My boy, start to the yarn. When I started this, I'm this, my name is this. Look, let me tell you. Huh? The boy took control. They were like, there's no need for that script. Don't worry. Thank you. Next. At the end of the day, he got the job.
Oh, okay. So, what were you in the mix?
3 months later, I get a call that I should come. When I went to that thing, of course, I told you I flopped, panic attack. They had to now say, okay, hold on, pause.
What were you wearing the day you went?
I can't remember now.
Was it flip-flops? You say you flopped, or you used the floppy disk as in that 5 1/4.
Is you that still used to use floppy disk by 2001? Is you that is that old, not me.
You say you flopped, so I'm trying to find reason. Okay, so 3 months down the line, change your flip-flops. You're wearing trainers.
I was wearing trainers, still jobless. Without a job in the entertainment.
Because you had trainers, yes.
How do you guys cope?
They don't cope. They thrive.
He didn't enter. So
they called you. What happened to the guy?
So they said, "Oh, would love you to come on set. Come back. Because." They had to let him go because of bad attitude.
So he had the skills.
But he had the skills, but he didn't have the character. I had the character. They could see I had the raw talent. But the producer at the time who was watching said she couldn't be bothered. Like she was just like, it's going to take time to refine this guy. I'm, but God's plan, bro.
Come on now, even though you're not Drake. You're right on God's plan.
Pastor, how do you know that line is from Drake?
Because I know the rake.
You don't know any rake. Which rake? Rake? What are we raking here? There's no grass here. There's no garden here. Which rake?
I'm a pastor. Pasture. Pastor is from pasture. So you got to rake.
Look, let me tell you something. If you don't know anything about this man, he's heavily mounted. He get mad. Your tongue sweet. Your shoe shine. They can't catch you like this, though. You know the way they say the Pharisees, they will ask Jesus question. We want to catch Jesus. Will just wiggle himself out with the word of his mouth.
With the word of God.
Hey,
how can you catch the catcher?
When you're not catching dreams.
About catching feelings,
my dear.
Catching flights,
my dear.
Catching cold.
Oh my God. So basically,
refining. You're talking about God's plan.
Yeah,
they gave you the job eventually.
They gave it to me. It was crazy. It was hard, but that was it. You asked the question about what was the turning point for me.
Yes, decisions. What did you do,
bro? I cannot lie to you. There are Bible characters in the Bible that you would see they made a decision and boom, it's.
Yeah.
But there are some other Bible characters that
they just sort of like walked into it.
They just walk into everything. Like God literally leads them step by step. They don't have that. Yeah, I'm going to do this. They don't scheme. They don't plan. They don't strategize. I'm one of those people.
Wow.
I don't think I have ever put in so much, strategy or planning or I need to make a turning point decision. God has just always led me to the next place to the next place. I don't think I'm one of those people that have thought it out and planned. Like, to be honest, like, okay, maybe turning point when I decided to quit my job.
Yeah, that was a bold move.
That was a bold move.
All right, I think what we're going to pick up from that when we're back, because I really want people to experience transformation, right? So I like what you said, providence, God guiding, God does that. It's so important. But then there was something you had to either respond to, maybe opportunity and stuff. So when we're back, we're going to pick it up from there. Ladies and gentlemen, trust you're having a great time with this and laughing. I hope you find it funny. So you might not find it funny. But let me know how it's getting in the comments. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to this channel and do follow us on all our platforms. We're going to be back right after this break.
Please put your hand together for B-Dams as he comes to share with us how we all start. Can we celebrate the amazing, the author, the singer, the mentor.
But we know say God now Papa and we have the right genes in us.
Modupe, you are very rude.
Wait. The question I just have to see somebody that knows something about gay. That's when they will now be take your picture and go. It's not don't underline now. Now you go talk him.
I'll mark your script.
Some people still didn't get it. My name is Ife.
My name is Oramokoli.
Good evening, B-Dams. Good evening, Pastor Toju. I've laughed. I hope I've not thrown my voice away.
Because I promise you that everything you touch is fire. Every beat you're on is a banger. Because every word I speak is Rema. Another.
All right, guys, trust you have an amazing time. I want to just speak to you about a couple of things that I have out there that I want to support and be a part of. The Rich Genius is an online course that I created recently to help people develop their gifts, polish their skills, and deploy their abilities in a profitable and sustainable way. So if you have a gift in your life and you're wondering, what do I make of my singing ability, or my speaking ability, or my writing ability, or my painting, drawing, counseling, coaching, therapy, cooking, carpentry, whatever gift you have, the Rich Genius is your plug. So go to the screen, all the information on the screen right now, and get the best offer available at this time. Now, one of the things that you're going to understand when you go through the Rich Genius is where exactly to start, regardless of whether you're a pro or an amateur, or you're a super intelligent genius, or you're just trying to find your way through your gifts. Also, later on in the course of this year, we're going to be having White Night. Pay attention to your screen and we'll be back.
Are you tired of putting your passion on hold because you don't think it will make you rich? It's time for you to change the mindset and start living the life you've always dreamed of. Hi, I'm Nnani, and I'm here to help you unleash your full potential with the Rich Genius program. As someone who has found his gifts and turned them into profitable ventures, I know firsthand the power of following your passion. The Rich Genius program is designed to help you discover your gifts, find your purpose, and make a lot of money from them. With our guidance, you will learn how to turn your passion into a thriving business that will provide you with financial freedom. So why wait? Don't put your passion on hold any longer. Start your journey towards success with the Rich Genius program today. Join me and become a part of a community of progressive people who are deploying their gifts profitably. Click the Learn More button now to get started on your path to success.
All right, so I can't wait to dig into this gist because a lot of people are in Nigeria right now, right? They know their time in a place is up. This could be a church, or this could be a relationship. This could be 9 to 5. A lot of people are just living those lives of quiet desperation where they know there's another level. You had those moments in your life living satellite town, even though you didn't end up in space. You were in satellite town, you didn't go to space. Satellite town.
No, satellite town is already in space, bro.
Yeah, but you're not in
the
space.
Satellites
you're
orbit
trying to find
in space.
Yeah, but you're trying to find your space.
I was trying to land
in space.
After
my space had been defunct.
Okay. You win.
We win. All right, well.
Wow.
I can't stand you
sometimes.
That's why you're sitting. You're sitting.
I know.
I can't stand me. All right. So, I mean, it was a bold move. And then you spoke about leaving your family church. Those are strong institutional ties. We feel indebted to places where we grew up, churches where we were raised. And then you left work, a telecoms company. And back then, this was like 8-10 years ago.
Yeah.
Working in telco at the time was not bad. It wasn't like the worst of things to do. So how did you get to the point of, hey, my time here is up. I paid my dues. I paid in full. Give me my accolades. And how was it? Like, can you describe the experience? You know, that whole hesitancy, uncertainty, maybe even fear, trepidation. How will I feed? You know, how did you navigate that?
I think that you said something very important, you know, the fear of how will I feed and everything. And I think for me, I've had so many moments in my life where I had to move away from my family church, from my parents' house, from my, you know, job. And then the entertainment job that I did after a year and a couple of months. Because there were people who let me not. You know, there are people who get jobs and then they stay there for the rest of, like, they stay there for, like, I moved, and, you know, then me moving on from that job into something else and kicking off my YouTube career or YouTube channel, and then boom, like, so for me, I don't even think it's as much as leaving those places and knowing that, yeah, I knew that the time was up, but it's not about moving on to the next thing as much as it was me learning, or God taking me through a journey of learning to trust in Him.
Oh.
And that
were you
was
conscious of that?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And that was what tied back into, you know, me depending on God for, you know, feeding, for money, for income, for sustenance, for everything.
So it wasn't as if you were scheming like, okay, guy, let me just rough this thing. You were trusting God through the process.
Yeah. Like, when I know the time is up, and I'm like, what do I land on? Where's my plan B? Where's my this thing? When I know it's up, I was like, Lord, now you're on the idea. You know, and I think that going through that process gave me, started building my muscle, my faith muscle. And so when I needed to leave TVC,
how long were you in TVC for?
I was there for a year and 6 to 6 months. 6 to 9 months. I can't remember. But I remember saying, even if I'm making the wrong move, God still has my back because He's my Father.
Come on now.
Like, He will not let me fall. Like, He will not. Like, at that time, I was like, I've done this thing before, and God came through. Why would He drop me? I'm His son.
So you had a record of trusting God and God coming through for you.
Come on.
Wow. You had a record, so you had a playlist.
It was actually an EP. We had not yet released an album then.
It was an album, yeah. But you had more than a single.
Hey! By the time we released the movie The Man of God, that was a full album.
Awesome.
Yeah. So for me, like, I think that those issues were things that I learned to to bring to the feet of Jesus. Yeah. At the end of the day.
So if somebody's watching now, because I know a lot of people are in transition, either in transition between their jobs and their work, that's their life's mission, or between Nigeria and Canada, people are jackbuying and all of that. That kind of stuff. Just say something about transition, what you've learned in transition.
Wow. Transition. Wow, transition can be scary. You know, people always say this thing. Faith without works or actions is dead.
Yeah.
But what people need to know is that that's not true. My pastor with the pasture. Pastor with the pasture. He's looking for his hoe. He's looking for his rake. He's like, Did you see the twitch in his eyes?
faith without works is dead. Is that what the Bible says? Faith without works is dead.
Faith without, we know what
Corresponding
people.
action.
It is corresponding action.
Okay.
People say, "Oh, if you don't act in faith,
No,
it's not-
I need to make that clear. So
faith without works is dead."
Okay. Yeah.
Standard. That's the word of God. True. Now, what people now interpret that to mean is that
Okay.
when you are in faith, you have to take action to back up your faith, because faith is mostly speaking,
Okay.
but you have to act, right?
Okay.
Now, when you're acting, people just think it's acting. For example, somebody came to give a testimony in Living Faith Church and said that she has not been married for 17 years. When she said it was her time, she now decided and believed God as the word of the prophet came. She now went and bought her wedding gown and she kept it in her room. And then after 1 month, she found her husband.
Is what you haven't telling the testimony that. Okay.
That was her action,
The
right?
action based on her faith. I
On her
believe.
faith.
Mhm.
Another person heard it and said,
Oh,
"Oh,
okay. I see. What you
I'm
mean
going
now.
to buy my wedding dress." That one went to buy their wedding dress. They insulted her. You must be mad. And guess what? She didn't get married.
Oh wow.
Why?
Okay.
Because that was not the corresponding action. For that lady, that was a corresponding action. It was not just an action.
I see.
It came from her spirit. It
So
came from her
was-
heart.
What you're saying is that the action that makes faith real is the one God instructs.
It's
or
God
inspires
inspires
you. Okay.
from your time with Him.
Okay.
You will know it from your heart.
I see that.
And so when people are making really, really milestone decisions in their lives, you don't take it based on what
on.
people are doing or how
Come
people
on,
are doing
come
or
on,
what
come
the
on.
rave is. You have to take corresponding
Come on
action.
now. Come
Because
on.
I felt that pressure to move.
Mm.
But
As
by
to
the time,
relocate?
oh yeah. But by the time I saw the corresponding action did not correspond, I would have just taken action
Without responding.
without responding. I had to
Hello,
respond to the Spirit of God
Yeah.
and say no. Even though we had received, they had cleared the way. Canada had said send us documents. They sent the first one. They sent the second one. Same one
Oh,
become.
wow.
And I just at some point we just knew that
Oh, that
nah,
takes a lot.
there's a
You know, many people not. They won't respond the way you responded.
I know.
They say these are confirmations of God.
yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's not like and I know this that it's still in our future. I'm a global citizen,
Yeah.
and that's what God has
Yeah,
told me, but I don't feel I don't want to ever rush God. And
Yeah,
and this
like
was something I kept
pressure.
telling my wife even before we married. I don't want to ever take a step faster than God. Let God be ahead of me. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never want to rush. And so yeah, I would say to anybody who needs to make a decision, a transition decision, a milestone decision, you have to nobody can tell you what's right for you.
Come on.
Ever. It has to come from inside your heart and find that truth. The corresponding action will align with your faith.
Wow. Pastor Akah has spoken. All right.
I hope that was wise enough.
No, well, that's your
That's my take,
corresponding-
right?
Yeah.
My corresponding
but,
take.
But I think it's heavy. I think it's important. I think that part of what makes it heavier for me is that you have a real time decision that you made after things were lining up. Most people don't retract when things are lining up. They just go like, this is God's hand. This is a how people just say this is a sign. Let's say you're trusting God for money, and then you find a bundle of $100 bills
In the airport, in the airport toilet,
Do you understand? You just be like,
the Lord
this is a
dropped
sign.
it.
An angel planted.
An angel planted it right as I was about to enter the loop.
Right. They say like, if I don't take it, who will take it?
I
I'm a
mean,
part of the body of Christ. My hand is his hand. This is the hand of Jesus. Right. Okay. So now let's talk about industry. Then we'll move to another direction. What some of the major projects you've worked on? What have you learned working on this project? What's like your biggest project so far?
wow. I mean, my biggest project. Wow. Woo, biggest projects so far. I would say hosting the YouTube Summit in Spain, Valencia.
What was it last year? 2 years ago?
That was last year. Doing hosting the reunion of the Real Housewives Abuja.
I see.
That was, I would say, the hardest job I've ever done.
Were they really real housewives, or they were just like
career women or just like Twitter babes. I don't understand where you're. No, like let's find a pool or sections that you're. No, open up.
I'm not doing so. Why do you want me to open?
No, I mean this channel needs to. This channel, yeah. Open
I'm
it.
talking about channels on television. You're saying channels on All right. Okay. So real housewives.
I try to say that they were fake women or I don't know. Like, it's you now. Say
Yeah, the host with the most.
yeah. So Real Housewives of Abuja reunion. That was hard. Never done anything like it before.
What made it
And
hard? The different.
It was
parts
just
or
different.
the
It was just
characters.
so like how acting is different from speaking.
Yeah.
Speaking
So
is
you have to
different
move
from
through different modes.
look. Then hosting that format of show
Yeah.
is nothing like I've ever done before.
Wow.
And look, shout out to the producers, Dell Media Productions, but also, Africa Magic, Multi Choice. Shout out to them for even taking a chance on me, because bro, I'd never done it before, and they took a chance on me because this is a lot of money on a guy who's never done it before. They took that chance, and I'm just grateful that I didn't let them down. But it was hard. But yeah, one of the biggest jobs I've done because it opened my eyes to see possibilities again, and it challenged me and it pushed me, and I mean, like I honor people like and I look up to people like Akah and Akah in the industry, and it's not fluke that they're always using them for the same things.
Yeah.
It's not because man,
Because it takes a lot.
and it's a huge risk for a network
Yeah.
to then say
That's
let's
gonna
use
determine
someone
the success.
yeah to then take a chance on someone who's never done something like that before. But yeah, I'm just grateful to them. Dell, I love you if you're there. So yeah, then what else? Of course, the Man of God movie.
Yeah, that seems to really, it seems to travel very far.
Bro.
Was it the Netflix factor or just
I don't think it was the Netflix
resonance
factor.
of the story and your interpretation of it? Or do you think it could also be your anointing?
I think it is
Yeah,
the hand of
those
God.
vibes.
I won't say my anointing, I will say the hand of God.
Okay, God's
Because
anointing
I
in
have
your
seen a trend in my life.
life. Okay.
The first movie I ever did, cinema movie, was Banana Island Ghost. They didn't plan for it for me to become the breakout star.
Oh yeah, you got a
Sergeant,
nomination
yes.
on that.
And how many scenes did I appear?
3 or 4, 5 or so. Yeah, but it was the talked about scene. I remember. Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when we moved to another film, like little, like if you follow
Ghetto as well.
Ghetto, Mario, people remembered him.
Oh yeah.
People don't even for some reason, some people actually don't get it that it was me. Yeah, that was you. Do you get what I'm saying?
But remember the character.
Do you remember the character?
Yeah.
So I believe it is the oil of the Lord, and God will just breathe. And I don't take it for granted, bro.
Yeah.
Like a lot of things happened around the period when the Man of God was about to come out. But we cover and with prayer, bro. We cover and with prayer, and God pushed it. Look. It was the hand of God. God pushed that movie and made it a thing. Bro, I was in New York. I went to New York Times Square, and a Brazilian family.
Wow.
I mean, there were black people, Nigerians everywhere, nook and cranny. There were also black Americans reaching out. Oh my God. I was in, Essence Festival. Oh my God. I'm watching Nigerian movies. Oh my God. But when a Brazilian family that can't speak English,
speaking Portuguese, right?
they were speaking their language, the Creole or whatever, and they were like, oh my God. It was when they were like, picture.
How big
That
it was.
movie, the church. I was like, oh yeah,
Wow.
Man of God. I haven't even posted those videos. Like I have them, and so I'm just like, it was God, bro. So for me, I don't think it was much of my doing.
Yeah, Oluwaloni doings.
How many do I feel do?
Yeah.
Me. So yeah, I think that's what it is. And I think it's because, now, I take spiritual things.
Yeah.
Like I I highly esteem spiritual and sacred things. Highly. And so even in my career, it's the same thing. Like, I've just always known, like, I am nothing without God, because I got into this industry without knowing anybody, anywhere, from nowhere. I came from the bottom. Like, when we started from the bottom, now we're here. That's me. Now it's Niger boys, good, they go for it. Hey!
Are you an Asik fan?
Is real Asik?
Is Asik?
Please, forsake me not.
All right, now let's talk about this. Women in your industry. How do you cope with women in your industry? Because
how do they cope with me? I see. Leave women alone.
There's a reputation.
Leave women alone.
Let me ask
ask them how they are coping with me. I'm the phenomenon. Women are not the phenomenon.
When I bring them to the show, I'll ask them.
You ask women?
Yes.
How do you cope with Akah?
Yes, amongst others.
Women, how do you cope with Akah?
Answer in the comment box. But whilst Akah is here, he'll answer in the microphone. No, but seriously, your industry is very interesting, dynamic, as fluid. People do different things for different reasons, right? People take on jobs. Why? Yes. No, but why are you laughing?
No, it's your eyes.
What's in my eyes?
You know something about P-Dams? P-Dams is trying to act smart and act like brand new, but his eyes. He's looking at me and asking me that question, but he knows what he's doing. He's setting me up too.
I'm not setting you up. I just want to know how you navigate. That's all, right? And of course, you don't have to say things you don't want to say, right? But your industry is dynamic. That's what I can say. Now, dynamic in terms of the people that were like the hottest names maybe 10 years ago aren't necessarily the hottest names now. So people can take an acting role just to be known. It's almost like this red TV shows now. People can get on the TV show because they want that 3 weeks of. They don't care about the prize money. They just want to grow their Instagram account.
Me, I care about the prize money. I beg you. I'm too old for that. I'm too old for that.
Right. So in your industry, there are a lot of women that are in that industry. And some of them are not necessarily there to build an acting career. They're there for popularity. They're there to market their other brands, right? And there are other people that want to sell.
Please, can you clarify what other brands means?
Fashion brands. Like fashion, but also weapons fashion.
I knew it. He was gonna fall for it. He was digging his own trap.
Fashion, weapon fashion.
He said they are fashion brands and also weapon fashion. They are weapons.
Yes. I'm like, bruh. No, seriously. The people in the underworld and people in the underwears, right? So they're all sorts. How do you navigate that world? Because you're a man of God. So how do you navigate? You don't need to go deep. Just tell me what has worked for you, if anything has worked, or what is working for you, and just speak about it. Because you know why I'm saying this? Because the people who are following me, following you, who like lights and stage and visibility, but they don't know they come with distractions and temptations and traps. And sometimes you're not necessarily a bad person. You're just in a pool of sharks, right? They can smell your blood. They're coming for blood.
Sometimes it's not even just about like smelling blood and everything. It's just, it's life. So easy. It's life. It's the lifestyle.
Yeah.
And you can pretty much get distracted.
Yeah.
I think for me, what has really helped me has basically been deciding, like that decision. I took that decision to just follow Jesus. What has kept me that's what started it for me. What
Yeah.
helped me was that decision. But
So
what
you
has
did that before you got in, or earlier on? You're like, before you started acting.
so even before
or
I started,
being an
like
actor?
I've never been that kind of person that was
Yeah.
immoral,
Yeah.
wayward,
Yeah.
having a lady every week.
Mm.
Yeah, we were cool. Like we were like even before like I became like serious born again.
Not
Like,
every week, but like every month or what? You need to clarify this.
like I don't think that's necessary here. I'm
Okay.
just saying that I was not as in like I what can I throw on this one?
I'm just trying to help somebody here.
Don't help me. Don't help me. I'm saying what I'm saying.
Please put your hand together for P-Dams as he comes to share with us how we all start. Can we celebrate the amazing, the author, the singer, the mentor.
But we know say God na our papa and we have the right genes in us.
Modupe, you are very rude.
Wait. The question I just have to see somebody that knows something about girl. That's when they will now be take your picture and go. It's not don't underline now. Now you go talk am.
I'll mark your script.
Some people still didn't get it.
My name is Ife.
My name is Remarkably.
Good evening, P-Dams. Good evening, Pastor Toju. I've laughed. I hope I've not thrown my voice away.
Because I promise you that everything you touch is fire. Every beat you're on is a banger. Because every word I speak is Rema, another.
All right, go for it. So you're not immoral. That's the basic.
I was not
You're
immoral.
Randy.
I was not Randy. That's it. You know, I've always had self-value, worth, and also for the other person. You know, but also because I have high test. You know,
okay.
so I would always carry that even before I became like, oh, like look, it's Jesus all the way. And I tried many things. You know, was having fun, but at some point I was just like, you know what, Jesus now the way I did, because if not, I'm lost. Also because I just felt like there's some people who don't have a chance if Jesus does not help them.
Yeah.
I just felt like I'm one of those people. I don't have a chance in the world if I'm not with God, if I'm not on the Lord's side. It's like I'm one of those people that I either follow Satan to the max,
Wow.
or I follow Jesus to the max. I cannot be in the middle unless I will not make anything in my of my life. Do you get what I'm saying? At some point, like I just decided that it's Jesus I'm following, and I have to come correct, even in my like, you know, my moral life, my sex life, everything.
Yeah.
I fell a couple of like down the way, of course, like, you know, but I think getting married then solidified it.
So after you got married, you were able to stay clear.
I was able to stay clear. Praise the Lord. Please praise the Lord.
You didn't get that.
I was able to stay clear because I had clear and I was unclear.
Yeah, you could see clearly. Claire, you need to. You need to sow a seed in my life for helping you.
Baba, take your flowers, Baba. Take your flower. It's even your own. Take it. Please give P-Dams his flowers. Yeah. No, they put it forward.
Like this, okay.
On your side of the ear. On the ear. Yeah. Oh my God. So yeah.
So yeah, you're speaking about accountability, your wife and all of that.
So what helped me was the company I kept.
Okay, good.
I found people who also believed in the same things. Because like I said,
that's important for somebody who's towing that line, or who thinks Stardom is part of their destiny.
Yeah. Because I remember praying at some point in my life, I was praying to God to give me friends in the industry that were solid people.
Yeah.
Friends who would not lead me astray, like good friends, destiny friends, people I could trust, and God did bring them.
Wow.
And also even people around in my life, not just in the industry, you know, people like PI, you know, and you know, Fregsy, those are good people, you know. So I think that I've always just found a way to just be in good company.
Yeah.
That really, really helps me.
Not to be a lone wolf.
Not to be a lone wolf. But again, like for example, last year I was out of the country a lot.
Yeah.
Traveled to 10 cities around the world. Like, bro, I was alone most of the time. There was even like, I think I even told, shared it on my, I did on my YouTube channel. How like there was I entered one party. There was a babe I was scoping. I was like, damn, this girl fine. Now she can't chase me.
She came to chase.
She came chase me. One white girl like this. She was like, look, what's up? Like, like, let's go out tonight. Like, I was just like, hey, God save me from this one. I literally ran
out.
Because, bro, my body was shaking. If I stayed, I follow and go house.
Wow.
So, and I literally called my wife that night. I was like, I sent her a text, pray for me. Like, yo, I called her. I was like, yo, the temptation was what? On a high. And sometimes, and I think I also just like check, because sometimes you also feel like you're Superman, nothing. When I saw fine girl, white babe, like she was the first person, like I got into a whole party mood. It was Tiff. She was the first person I saw. I was like, she is fine. She came to find. Who are you? Because of the way I dressed up, Nigeria now, how we look different everywhere we go. She was like, who are you? Like, why are you dressed? Like, what are you doing here? Like, so we're talking, and then she was just like, let's go out tonight, let's leave here. I was just like, to where?
So that you can go in after going out.
And I was wearing my wedding ring. So
wedding ring. When she had other rings for you. I wanted rounds in the ring.
Rounds! Speeders! You too, Saji! So yeah, I just, at that point, it was literally the fellowship. It was the muscle I had built in staying with God. It was not because company was not there,
and nobody was like surveying you.
Nobody was surveying. I mean, it was just basically not doing this against God. Not even my wife, because bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. As it was later when I ran first that I now thought to my more. It was God.
This is very powerful, and I think I want to touch on something here. Usually, when people say things like, oh, stay faithful to your wife or your husband and stuff like that, something occurred to me, right? When you see that Ephesians 5, it says, submitting to one another in the fear of God. So what actually keeps people chaste at the end of the day is not really how beautiful your wife is or how handsome your husband is that fear of God that regulates what you will do or will not do when somebody is there or not there.
Bro, I have felt my body move for women who are not as fine as my wife. I'm just like, what's happening
going on
here? As in, I'm just like, because I feel like my wife is one of the most beautiful women ever. And that's one of the things that made me comfortable marrying her at the time too. I was just like, when I look at all the girls in my industry, they're not fine rich. Claire, she's clearly the most beautiful.
Clearly. You have to pay me for that line.
Now you have to give me
dough.
Put her for dictionary.
You have to give me dough, not flour. Even though.
Then we now sprinkle some sugar on it or some salt.
Anyone you like, the person is your flour. So but I celebrate you for that, and I really appreciate your openness of vulnerability, because I just wanted somebody to be able to know that it's not. You know how the Bible says, no temptation. There's no temptation that is not common to man, right? And if you're going to be in that space, there's a measure of accountability and spirituality that you must have, so that when there's nobody around, you have your own core connection with God that is able to deliver, as it were, the faith you need in that season.
And like you said, accountability, there are people in my life that I'm accountable to. Like I am accountable to some people, and they cannot take rubbish. Like there are people that even if I believe I am doing the right thing and they say, will you come back here? I will come back.
Wow.
Even like I've just given them that honor in my life. Like my pastors now, like you don't understand. If my pastors say, come, you know, I can be stubborn. Me too. I go. My pastor say, come here. Just because I've decided, like there are people who I'm accountable to. Do you get what I'm saying? I talk to them about anything. People I talk about my marriage, marital issues, whatever. They're people I submit to, and I think that that's very important. For me, I'm not even going to say like before I married. There's sometimes I'll hear stories of my friends that they cheated on their wives in their first year of marriage. I judge them.
How can?
Look at you, the first year, you're a dog.
So can they chase the 10th year? Why are you emphasizing that first year? I like clarity because you're saying you judge them for cheating on the first year. Why? Now the marriage is still new.
It's still new now.
So when is now?
It's new. When it's old, I can understand. That was that time now.
PI.
I'm talking of that time.
Okay,
back then, when my friends would tell me.
So now.
So when I now married,
I now saw
the first year, I was like,
the white girl.
No, the white girl even happened last year, which was third year marriage. I was like, hey, wait. Bro, there were so many times I was this close. P-dams. Because when I truly, truly knew what born again was about and truly gave my life to Christ was 2020. I've been a Christian. I've been a churchgoer all my life. And I thought that was what it was. I didn't know that I didn't know Jesus. It was 2020, first week of 2020. In fact, last week to first week of 2020 was when I gave my life to Christ. And it was then that journey of then growing, and then of course COVID happened. Best lockdown, best season, best moment of my life and my marriage. But that 2019 that we are married,
What was that?
if not for God, see, you don't understand when I had willed to cheat.
Wow.
I had willed. Because you know how marriage is. When you fight, you feel like you have the right. You are angry. You're like, how could you do this to me? I'm done. You know, and my wife was not even in the country. She had gone to London. So I was just like, you know what? Another time, babes gone, they come. I had even
because the devil knows your vulnerability.
Yes. Bro, I don't set P. I went.
Wow.
Bro, it was this close. But you see, when God by himself say, you will not defy this one. Yep.
Amazing. Wow.
So sometimes when I look back, I'm just like, it's by God's mercy and God's grace. Not because I'm good, not because I'm better than anyone. Like I look back at myself, I'm just like, how naive was I to judge my friends or judge my guys? You know? So yeah.
So awesome stuff. I'm happy that you spoke about. I'm not sure if you've ever spoken about this, right? But I'm happy because this is liberating for many people, particularly now because there's a culture of hookup. Like people just, especially younger people.
Yeah, and it's not just people in the entertainment industry. It's like
all around.
And it's I think it's also a Gen Z culture. Like they're just like, you can't hold me down.
Yeah.
I'm free. I'm young. I'm wild. I don't want to be held by the traditions that held those who were before me.
Right. And then some of them don't even plan to get married. They just want to be free. All right. So thank you so much for sharing that. We need to taper down our conversation. We're going to be closing very shortly. But before we close shortly, I have some fast questions I want to ask you. This or that. Right? So thank you so much for sharing. Because I mean, like, people just need to know that it's possible to have this pressures and these temptations and not give in. It's possible, and you're living testimony of that. So
I think that there are even like bigger pressures in my industry than like even like women or anything. Men, to be honest, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Now,
I'm not even gonna lie to you. There are times when I felt like, oh, I see why people need drugs in my industry.
The pressure,
but also the task. There was one time I shot for 24 hours straight, bro, and I was still going. We went into the next day, we were shooting.
So you shot for 24 hours straight, but you didn't shoot 24 hours gay.
You don't defile 1 minute silence for the dead, for the people we've lost, because you lost some people in the audience. They were like, what? Sorry? Where? How? For the people who have lost connection, 1 minute silence.
Nah, I was just trying to help somebody.
Did you help? Who you help?
No, you help.
Oh my
So
god.
24 hours intense.
Look,
round the
and
clock.
we were still going. We shot for more than.
Wow.
And like sometimes, like I'm shooting, and the next day, one time I had shot so much, and then I had to go for the AMVC awards and present an award, and then go look. And one day I was just
So
like,
people just get
oh my god, I now
fire up
see
and
because
stuff,
I
yeah.
was tired, and you have to look like when you go on stage, you have to.
put
Do you
a
get what I'm
smile
saying?
on the swagger.
Put a smile on the swagger. You cannot show weakness. You cannot show tiredness. So I was like, I get it.
Otherwise, your brand will start going down. They'll go like, "There's something wrong." Is that like?
I don't know, but you just always want to appear the best.
Even though your name is not Andy.
I
You're
mean,
the best, Andy best.
oh my god. So
you can
yeah,
bestow upon
but the
them.
pressures are even more of like, I mean, you know what it is like on Instagram. But imagine if you and your colleague, the going rate, the paying rate in the industry. Your colleague don't they pull up with Range Rover, G-Wagon, this one, I'm buying house, this one, gold Rolex wrist. You would just be like,
in the same industry.
is there
or
anything
industry
you wanna,
plug me into?
or maybe you will start feeling bad that maybe they pay him more than me.
Yeah. So,
Maybe I'm not as
how
a
do you
good
explain
an actor or
that particular scenario. What happens?
I look
then?
up to Jesus and
No,
he has
in
always
those
come
kind of
through
scenarios,
for
I'm
me.
not saying how
So
do you handle
I'm
that.
saying
I'm saying
that the
those
way people and I think that's what people need to draw from this. One of the things that
to draw. How
the
about people
pressure
that are
that needs
artists? How can they draw anything from it?
I think that what you can draw from this is because
They need pencils to draw.
those were
anything.
pressures that could easily get to me. In fact, they did.
All right.
But I had to decide that more. Are you following Jesus or not? And to be honest, bro, I have depended on God for everything. Like God is my provider.
Awesome.
I remember when I was married, I was like, what? I'm going to marry in this career? How do I fend for my family? Like all sorts of anxiety. I dealt with anxiety a lot, and then it became depression later on. But learning to roll my cares upon Jesus and just believe the process, Bro, I bought a brand new car for my wife.
Yeah.
I'm driving a brand new car now, and Jesus gave me that car. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, God has taken care of, like, we've never gone hungry. We are provided for. And I just like, I may not be the richest actor, but I'm certainly not begging for money. I'm a giver, not a borrower. I'm a giver. Like, I give. So I just want to say this to people out there. No matter where you are, like, no matter what the pressures in life are, no matter the price of the fuel hike, no matter what's happening in your life right now, if you depend on Jesus and apply the simple principles of prosperity, you will sail through. You will thrive. Don't look at your face. Don't look at anybody. Follow your own path and God will bring you through.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it from the man again. All right, but very good stuff. I like this, and I like the fact that you just found a way to wriggle out of some questions that I'm sure people want answers to. let me just leave it time. Right, but good stuff that you shared. Let's answer some this or that questions. Just random stuff. Would you rather be an actor or would you rather be a singer? With all the pros and cons.
Would I rather be a successful actor or a successful singer? Successful singer.
Now you know
Successful
that brings
actor.
other questions.
I don't know.
All right. Tea or coffee?
Music is my first love, but acting, hi.
It gives you a kick.
Hi. I don't know. That's a bad one. That's an evil question.
I've kept it for the
You should have you should have just said like acting or something else, like not music. Like
I knew what I was asking. All right. Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Nigeria or London? Lagos or London, actually.
You know what I mean? As in now.
Hey, where now? You've not answered the question.
As in now. Is it that I'll choose Eku?
You prefer London.
London, of course.
So why are you in Lagos?
Can't you see my accent?
I can't
It's
see
already
it.
changed.
I can't see
You can't see it. You can see my lips moving. Of course.
This is Oshogbo British accent. All right.
Oh my god, I think we're having too much fun.
All right.
We'll piss people off.
we can go on and on. Shout out to Claire. Shout out to Gabby. We love you guys. And how's it been being a husband and a father? One word.
It has been testing, but also fulfilling.
What do you find testing about it?
I think that serving, just coming out of yourself to serve, is
And
testing.
doing it every day.
Because as man, we seek to
Be served.
and we want self. But, marriage brings out God in you.
Yeah.
Love.
Gives you the opportunity
To serve. And so,
Alright. So as men, we like being served, except when it's breakfast. And then
I love being served breakfast. I don't know the kind of breakfast you mean, P. Dams. Which breakfast do you mean?
the last step. No, to call me as that kind you know that that can get very bad. So yeah, but let me just say this now. You said you might not be the richest actor. You know why? Because sometimes even the richest actor might just be acting rich.
That's why they like to eat rich tea biscuit.
Even if their name is not Richard. To be rich, we had to.
And all of them are begging to stay in Lekki Estate called Richmond Estate.
It's as if we've reached the end of this
We've
podcast.
reached the peak of this.
The peak.
Oh my god.
Let's not milk it.
Let's not milk it.
All right, guys. We're ready to round off, but there's a game segment that we have. We'll be back to play the games. All right, guys. So I mean, like, yeah, all the fun. But there's a part. There's a split in my head. There's usually a game segment. So right after this break, laughter break, we're gonna be back to play some games.
Are you tired of putting your passion on hold because you don't think it will make you rich? It's time for you to change the mindset and start living the life you've always dreamed of. Hi, I'm Dami Nnani, and I'm here to help you unleash your full potential with the Rich Genius program. As someone who has found his gifts and turned them into profitable ventures, I know firsthand the power of following your passion. The Rich Genius program is designed to help you discover your gifts, find your purpose, and make a lot of money from them. With our guidance, you will learn how to turn your passion into a thriving business that will provide you with financial freedom. So why wait? Don't put your passion on hold any longer. Start your journey towards success with the Rich Genius program today. Join me and become a part of a community of progressive people who are deploying their gifts profitably. Click the Learn More button now to get started on your path to success.
All right, welcome back to this episode, which is obviously one of the most hilarious episodes we've had. Like, Akah was here dropping gems, not germs. Even though, well, with all the laughter, I'm sure some germs also.
This mic don't suffer today.
Some germs. All right, we're born and bred. Breed germs. All right. Let me get to it. Now, in the game show, there are two games, right? I know you're not a playboy, but you play this game. And we're two. Two can play that game. Are you a Game Boy?
I really don't want to answer this question because I just feel like it's a trap.
Do you like trap music?
No.
You don't like trap music? Do you have a trap door?
This trap segment just
You want to avoid
free
All
avoid.
right, so there are two games we're going to be playing. The first one, I will read the white paper, an original white paper quote I did, like all my white paper things, and I'll take out some Words.
And I should feel it.
Yes, based on how you know my mind works.
Oh God.
Right. But they're sort of easy. No, don't write here. This one you just answer verbally.
Okay.
You can cover your I don't mean your mouth, your marker.
But my mouth is what I use to mark my life.
Come on, you got it. All right, let's see whether I can actually afford to buy this in the market. So let's go.
P-Dams, you win.
Let's go.
You are the king raiser. You are the king maker. You are the scepter of authority.
Oh my gosh, that's a go though. So let's go. Dear believer, is it because
you cannot believe her?
That's actually good. But that's not. You're so eager. Okay, no, but you get it. You get it. You're having too much fun on this show. Dear believer, it's easier to. This one, that was so easy. Okay, dear believer, it's easier to go solo when you ... Something that rhymes or corresponds.
When you write solo.
You got the solo part, but the right part is not right. It's easier to go
solo when you go solo.
Yeah! You're born for this.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I know you, so I know.
All right. Let's see this. Let me just give you this one.
Give me easy one.
I'm looking for tougher ones, Jerry.
I beg you.
All right. Your name might not be Hafiz, but if you marry a female, you must be ready to ...
Your name might not be
Hafiz, but if you marry a female, you must be ready to pay
her dowry.
No.
Pay her fees. That was what came to my mind first. I was like, no, it's too easy.
It's too easy. This is not too easy. Okay, let me give you the final one. Let me look for this one. I want someone that is tough. That would be like you have to use your word of knowledge to get it.
He said word of knowledge. I'm screaming.
Some people may try to dash your traction, but don't let that lead to your subtraction. Others may try to dash your traction, but don't let that lead to your distraction.
You've already said the entire thing.
Some people may try to dash your traction, but don't let that lead to your subtraction.
Other people may try to
So
stop your traction. Sub your traction.
No, Akah, you get me. That's good. You get the flow. No brainer. All right.
Oh my God.
Nice one.
Thank you.
All right. So this one, you're just going to write your own white paper quote thing. Yeah, whatever you want to write. Something inspirational, rhythmical, creative, ingenious.
I will just write.
Use 2 words, 2 phrases, Akah bands.
No.
And then
I want to use reach.
World class. You want to
Let me
use
just
reach.
use reach and reach Monday State.
Okay, use reach and then use world class actor. Why you see on my face? Oh, you're looking for the lines on my head for headlines.
Yeah.
But yeah, take your time. And if you make a mistake, you can write again.
You said I should use what? Akah bands. What do you say? What do you say we're using?
Rich.
Okay, something actor and rich.
Yes.
World-class actor.
Actor. But you can use rich world-class actor.
Yes.
This is separate. Are you impressed with yourself? Are you impressed with yourself?
I stole it from you, actually.
Really? All right, read what you have.
You may think your fave world-class actor may be rich. Well, he may just be acting rich.
You have to pay me for that line.
I now put Akah. Let them know.
As inspired by.
No inspire anything. I inspired it.
Guys, he's acting. That's what they do. That's what they do.
So in your mind, I'm acting inspired.
Yes.
I'm not inspired.
Oh my god, that works actually. You're acting inspired. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being a part of this episode. Thank you so much, Akah, for your time.
Thank you for having
your
me.
heart, your passion, your creativity, your spontaneity, your ingenuity. Which other T's?
My rich teas.
I like this rich tea is your favorite.
I love it.
Have included in your gift package. Right. But thank you so much. I really appreciate this. Guys, connect with Akah online on his platforms. Watch those movies. Be a part of what he's doing, his YouTube videos, his bands, and all the amazing stuff. Please send our love to Claire and Gabby and
I will.
all Universe fans who are keeping you cool.
I will.
Ladies and gentlemen, until the next episode of White Paper Wisdom, keep watching, keep commenting, keep following, keep referring this to other people. Let us know how this is making a difference in your life, what you're learning, how you're evolving, and how you're finding joy in your own space. My name is Damilola Oluwatimbo, the creator of White Paper Wisdom. I will talk to you in the next episode.